Hi everyone, Lazola here, and welcome to my page. So a few videos ago, I touched on the how to manage stress, and when I was unpacking that, I touched on the topic of how exercise, or I mentioned how exercise can assist in alleviating stress. So I thought to myself, how about I unpack the other side of that, which is how exercise not only assists me in alleviating stress, but also assists me in being more effective in what I do and helps me get a competitive advantage over those that are my peers, and so on and so on. So I think it's important that I firstly give some background. So for those that have seen me or those that know me, I'm a naturally big guy. I mean, I used to play rugby, so my body structure is quite, I would say, rugby-like, and it makes sense because I played rugby in high school, and that's where I think I experienced a lot of challenges. So I had a very military type rugby coach who pushed me to the limit. And I remember this one time we went to a rugby camp and he introduced us to long distance running. I mean, we're all big guys, we're all into sprinting and thinking we can be the fastest, who can be the fastest. And then he woke us up at around 4 a.m. in the morning, and we were at the hostel at the time, and then he sat behind VW caravan smoking, and then everyone had to run behind the caravan 15 kilometers uphill. It was grueling. I was coughing blood. I thought I was gonna die. And he pulled me aside and is like, Lazola, you've got heart, you've got character, but you need to work on your fitness. And it's like, I'll give you a small tip. Buy a good pair of turkeys and start running every day, and you will thank me later. And naturally, I mean, I wanted to be good at what I was doing, so I started running around the neighborhood. Obviously, I was staying in a township, and everybody was like, "This guy is crazy." I mean, what the hell, a big guy running around? But I stuck to it, and I noticed two things. So on the rugby field, I had stamina of a horse after a few weeks or months. And then the funny thing is, my academic performance also started increasing. My mother couldn't understand it. So that's where it clicked to me. That's when I started drawing or I'm not gonna say comparison, but I started linking exercise to performance, being academic performance and whatever real life performance. So I used that period, or the momentum I got from exercise, in my studies. So I stuck by it. I started running, and I started getting good grades, and it helped me. And that's where I discovered the power of exercise and how exercise can translate into real life performance in your career, your academics, and whatever else you do. So fast forward to a few years later, I stuck with that endurance or exercise thing, and I landed up completing not one but 3 Ironman races. And here's the pictures as proof. I did 3 ultra marathons, including a 2 oceans marathon, and all of that stemmed from that principle of exercise is linked to real life performance. So it worked. I mean, it really worked for me. And the benefits of exercise I can summarize into 3 points. So in exercise, you need to work hard. So working hard in exercise generally gives you a high work ethic at work, because you're used to high work ethic in your outside life. When you get to work, working hard is normal for you, right? And the second one is discipline. So if you're a person that exercises regularly, you tend to develop a high level of discipline. So that discipline that you pick up in the exercises is easy for you to translate into work. You leave work, or you come to work on time. You stay a little bit longer just to make sure your tasks are done, which is an element of discipline that you pick up from endurance activity and you translate into your work. And the last one is structure and organization. So the lessons that I learned from completing Ironmans, as I've mentioned, is the importance of planning, the importance of structure, and the importance of being focused on the end objective. So all of that combined is summarized in terms of how do you manage your time and how do you manage your resources. So in a race context, is preparing for a race, making sure that you train on time. In real life, it's making sure that before you go to work, you know exactly what meetings you have for that week. You've prepared for them mentally, so that when you go into that meeting, you go in with a mental advantage. So these are just some of the benefits that I picked up from physical exercise. For me, it's endurance, it's long training activities, because I mean, in that I'm able to get into the zone. I'm able to isolate myself from the exterior environment. Unlike, let's say, a gym environment, there's a lot of people. When you're on the road and it's just you, yourself, and as Beyonce would say, me, myself, and I, you are able to tap into your inner self, and you are able to have uncomfortable conversations with yourself. And hence, for me, the preferences around isolated physical activity, because you are able to think deeply about yourself, how work you do, and how everything fits together. So I would really recommend, I mean, for anyone out there wanting to be effective, to really try out an endurance sport, be it running, be it cycling, be it swimming, just something that takes you to the outdoors. It can be hiking, but something that is physically exhausting, that will teach you the importance of, as I said, hard work, discipline, and structure. So I think those are the holy trinity, or okay, let me not say holy, but the ultimate trinity for effectiveness. So yeah, I mean, I challenge you guys to try that, and I really hope that it works out for you guys. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you very much. Goodbye.